Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Stellaris, Season 3, Episode 5. Last we left off, we had just formed the United Federation of Planets. This is a big step forward for us. We got a bunch of new colony worlds, bunch of new star bases, and a few new ships, I believe. That may not have happened yet. I have a little bit of foreknowledge because I've gotten to this part in the mod before. Let's unpause and start doing all of the things. Accepting a research agreement with the Trill and founding Starfleet Command. With the signing of the Federation Charter, the founding members agreed to combine their space agencies to form Starfleet. Starfleet was to become the deep space exploratory and defense service maintained by the United Federation of Planets. Its principal functions include the advancement of Federation knowledge about the galaxy and its inhabitants, the advancement of Federation science and technology, the defense of the Federation, and the facilitation of Federation exploration. The first task is to review the ships transferred to Starfleet Command from each race and determine whether they should continue to serve or be decommissioned to maintain the naval cap. Understood. New faction. Huh. And a bunch of new leaders. Welcome to the Federation's service. We're going to let all of this tick by and form the Federation Council. In the first Federation starbase. With the Federation Council in place, the Council sets about the business of bringing the founding worlds together as one organization. Simply called Starbase 1 on the site of the oldest starbases in our home system seems both logical and symbolic. The Federation starts here. We are going to pause and take a solid... We're going to go through all of the ships and figure out what we want to keep. Honestly, I think we'll get rid of these 4, which may seem a bit odd. However, I want to maintain a mostly Starfleet Navy. And even though these ships are really powerful, I can't put them in a fleet with any of the other ships that I have, which are all of these Emmett classes. We need to get some heavier ships in the fleets, because currently it's just a bunch of Emmett classes, which isn't great. No, you stay there. So for anybody wondering, you've probably noticed that these Emmett classes have DX instead of NCC, so that's actually something that is from the lore, and I'll just talk through this as I go through all of the changes I need to make sure this goes quickly. But in Starfleet canon, the Delta Flyer class, or the Emmett class, doesn't use NCC. NCC isn't used until the founding of the Federation. So any new ships built after this will use NCC. But those that we had as the United Earth will use DX, NX, or IX, I believe, for the Intrepid class. Which I think it's cool that that's a little change that happened. And we're going through updating all of the things. I'll give him the unyielding 2. And now we've got to go through and assign a bunch of governors. Earth has a governor. Luna does not have a governor. What's Luna doing right now? Luna's producing minerals. Let's wait. We'll come back to Luna. It's kind of one of our... Hate to say it this way, but it's the least important one. New Montana is an alloy producing world, or it will be. Looks like we're going to end up turning this into a production world, which means, weirdly enough, we're going to put Phlox there, the doctor from the USS Enterprise in XO1, because we have given him the Scrapper trait, meaning that alloy production is more efficient. On the Neva Prime, we'll wait. We'll actually see. So this has Trellium and Ketracel White. Pajim, I don't know what I want to do with it yet. And then Tau Ceti looks like it's going to be a basic resources production world. This Scalar with that engineer trait, build cost and build speed, that's a good thing to have. And then Pajim. I might turn Pajim into a research planet, so I'm going to give that to Saval. Alrod. Don't know, what does Elrod produce? It's going to have a Trellium mine. So we may give that to... Let's give it to Goram Bimgral. And Waitan is currently demilitarized, so let's give it to Benedita Bello. So, of course, we have a bunch of these new leaders. And idle leaders, who I believe is just Shran and Jamel. Words are hard. Current head of research is him. I might switch out our head of research for Jamel words for right now, because I feel like he would be better. Ooh. Feel like he'd be better as like a sector governor. But he's got that research bonus. Nah, can't do it. Got all of these new star bases. So let's pause for a second. Unpause for a second. Wow. And get searching for what's a star base we could get rid of reasonably. And this one seems kind of redundant, so we'll downgrade that for right now. I believe there's a populated planet there. There is. So eventually, hopefully, we'll have a starbase back there. Uh-oh, critical research shortage. What? Pergium. Perganonant? We don't have a critical resource shortage of Pergium. We have entered an alliance with the Trill and finished some research. So let's go ahead and accept a migration treaty from the Trill and an embassy with the Trill. And we'll get spatial torpedo research and rehabilitation center. And then first contact. Excellent. Subject specialization, blah, blah, blah. So each of the member worlds are a subject, considered a subject, which is a pretty cool little feature. While we're over here, let's upgrade Earth's capital. And go to... Let's get this. Ooh, let's get encryption protocols. Let's see, we've got... I'm gonna actually call the Third Fleet back. And go build a space station. Hopefully beat the beta aliens. There. I'm gonna send the Enterprise. Actually, you know what? We'll send the Enterprise this way and research. We'll shoot that over there towards the Zinkethi and Cardassians in the Trill, that sector. Looks like we finished some research. We'll go ahead and lock up traffic control. Heck yeah. It's my favorite thing. Love traffic control. Begin ascension talks with the Trill. We'll do medium intensity. We're bleeding a lot of energy credits, so I don't want to do anything too hasty. I'm tempted to build up a lot. I have a bunch of planets with a bunch of open slots. However, if I go to these planets, a lot of them have multiple open job slots. Well, a few of them have multiple open job slots. Which makes me tentative, because I don't want to overexpand. Like, overbuild. Because currently we need the population to catch up. So, we'll go to some of the worlds that either have excess population. No, what? Ah, so close. Level up. Erica Hernandez, our Minister of Defense, has leveled up. Let's get her the Trickster trait. Still have idle leaders, yeah. Okay, as I was trying to do before I got so rudely interrupted by important things. Let's go to some of our planets and start building out some of the resources we want on them. This planet looks like it'll be really good farming. Now, normally I wouldn't build a dedicated farming world, but this will free up us to be able to do stuff with other planets. So I'll go ahead and build that. We've got open research spots, words. We'll grab the main engineering console and the Mako detachment. Why not? With one of our systems currently occupied by an unidentified force, I feel like that's a perfectly appropriate thing. Deneva Prime has unemployment, which is, it's good we're building these farms then. And we'll also probably put a regional academy there once we get the option to. Let's see, what are we missing? We're missing pops on a lot of world, yeah. Communications established with the Benzari. Our citizens greet you. And we also got our next set of research. We're going to do the Pergium mines, and we're going to push the frontier, which will give us our first Ascension Park, which I'm going to pause and look over these. So obviously we're going to want to get this later, but that's far later. I may have mentioned it before, but this game is set to end in 2900. So the 30th century. So it looks like I'm going to get I'm torn between Diplomatic Corps and Magic to make the sanest man. I'm a research goblin, so I'm going to pick the Magic to make the sanest man. Envoys would be great, but we aren't using a lot of our envoys yet, which, knock on wood, that we don't end up having to immediately have a bunch of envoys. I'm going to pick up decryption protocols, kind of get some of this quick research done. Gonna upgrade Cambridge University. And go... Let's see. Yeah, all of this is pops. So, what are we bleeding right now? We're kind of bleeding energy credits, but we'll pick up some. We'll see. We'll give it a second. We've got a little bit. Establish an embassy there. Another thing we really desperately need to do, which is a very non-Starfleet thing for me to need, but we need to build up the fleet. We need to expand it. I think I'm going to even add a couple of these ships to this. I might make it so instead of putting an NX, because NXs are going to be really expensive for us, especially this early, I might put an Intrepid in each of these fleets and then do a flight wing of 3 NX class starships, and we'll just set all of those to reinforce, which it should be building 1 whole Intrepid. Great. Oh, we got a level up. This is Jian Lao, a scientist. We'll pick up the archaeologist trait for him. We'll set up some new research. Wow, definitely have more research slots now. Well, let's do photonic torpedoes. Oh, we are not declaring war. No, Trill, bad. And we'll pick up next stage of warp engines. Grab economics policy, interspecies medical exchange, join. Unusual activities. For several weeks now, UFP Security has been attempting to trace a series of illegal databank hacks. The intrusions seem to have one thing in common. They all are targeted locations known to store classified historical information on the eugenics wars of the late 20th century, where genetically augmented humans nearly claimed total domination over the Earth. Why someone would want to dig up the ghosts of the past remains unknown. Worrying. Worrying indeed. We've got a few science ships. Oop. Interspecies medical exchange. How can we be of assistance today? I don't know. Loan a doctor. I don't know. I'm just gonna hit exit for right now. I'll be real. We're gonna go over here to try and cover some of the Andorians. We'll view Trill administration progress. They are 20% elite, medium intensity negotiations, of course. We've got Vega 3 now, which is going to need some stuff. Looks like they got 2 Trellium deposits and a Ketracel White. We'll put a fusion reactor there, augmented reality. The research station orbiting Wolf 359 has gone silent, missing several scheduled check-ins. Unknown to the public, the station is one of 2 across the United Federation of Planets space, still carrying frozen embryos of genetically augmented humans. These remnants from the eugenic wars have been kept hidden for over a century, though now it appears that secrecy has been undone. Send a military team to investigate. We'll pause. Do they need a military ship? They do. Which is our strongest fleet? It is currently... Which is our closest fleet? I think all of our fleets are in the same space. We'll send the 4th fleet. We'll send Commander Tucker. And we'll also update our research to include habitability. Heck yeah. And it looks like that'll be going to at least one of our fleets in transit take them some time. Okay. Take it a few months, but we got this. We have unemployment here. Mars is going to get upgraded. Mars also has unemployment. I might, if I can, I cannot resettle. Malcolm Reed is another captain. That's nice. Gravimetric manifold engine. Oop. Oop. Get that easy one out. Having arrived at the research station orbiting Wolf 359, it is quickly apparent that all is not well on the station. Several hull breaches are detected and a number of bodies float dead alongside the station. As a security team prepares to board the station, proximity alerts trigger. Vessels of an alien design swarm from their position on the far side of the station. Weapons engaged. Red alert, weapons online. Oop, maybe? Please? Please? Good vibes? Unfreeze? Move? Work? Run? Question mark? Help? You got this? I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do this. Aha! Ugh. We're going to slow down because I kind of want... we're going to pause first. And we'll set up. Oh, that's a pretty... Sorry, gotta grab that. We'll watch as our fleets engage. Hopefully they'll do well. Don't want any casualties. That would suck. Let's... Oop. Leader upgrade. Let's grab... Aggressiveness 2. Aha! Allies! The enemy fleet which attacked the research station has been destroyed. Attempts to recover survivors have provided a number of potential candidates in the wreckage, which must be now investigated. Cold station. Ah, scientist. Ah, yes, a scientist. Who is our closest scientist? To Paul. Oh, that's fitting. Come here. Reunion of the Enterprise crew. Let's go. Oop. Form a commercial pack. Heck yeah. Love commercial packs. We'll go build you out there and... Oop. Migration treaty. We'll accept that in a second. Ah, God. Ah. Send the USS Yangtze to the Von Menin's star system. Interesting. Accept. Leader upgrade. Menina Bull. Let's go trade focused. And research. Go with... Inertial electrostatic confinement. Yeah, that. Heck yeah. And we'll get mining station production. I think that'll help with the energy credit situation. Offer association status, sure. Idle leaders still. Oh my gosh, he has a goatee. He's clearly Terran. Establish an embassy with the Ferengi. Well, let's see. Can we grab the Betazoids? I'll assign a diplomat there. We'll also assign a diplomat to the Orions. And technology research finished. And astrometric studies. That is a bunch of research buildings. Yes. Aha, our first Intrepid class. The USS Ciazan. Awesome. And it looks like we'll be building another Intrepid class. The debris contains a number of computer cores relatively unscathed from the destruction of the enemy fleet. Engineer teams are able to quickly piece together that the fleet was being commanded by a group calling themselves the Conet, an apparent reference to Khan Noonien Singh of the late 20th century's Great Comet. The group of genetically engineered human augments was seeking to acquire more embryos preserved from the eugenics wars to bolster their numbers before striking out to claim a world of their own. Destruction of their stolen alien fleet seems to have ended these ambitions. Heck yeah. Sweet, good news. We will send to Paul back out to continue her research. Anomalies detected. And we'll go over here, just kind of browse our buildings real quick. I'm going to grab it, Starfleet Intelligence HQ. Ooh, new tradition. We'll pause here. Let's see. Stellaris, especially Star Trek New Horizons, because there are so many ambitions. Traditions, sorry, that I always want to take. But it's like I'm cautious. So, for instance, we can have 12 total here. Well, there are 16 here. And we've already used one of our 12. So what am I to do? There are 3 that are unique to Starfleet. Well, there are 3 that are unique to the Federation, as far as I'm aware. 4 that are just tied to the mod, and then the additional actual ones. Let's my empire size 100. Sorry it got so quiet. I'm debating. I say let's just pick up the Federation one. It pop housing usage down. Our president gets the veteran strategist trait. Heck yeah. A military man. And let's see. How are our planets doing? I think I'm going to build a fusion reactor here on Mars. And open jobs. So there are 2 open jobs. 2 open jobs, 2 open jobs, 0 open jobs. Did they get rid of the ones that generate power? Huh? Housing stability, food, building slots. Okay. I'm gonna build another fusion reactor here on Pajem. Eventually, this will hopefully be turned into a research-focused planet. But we will see about that in time. Speaking of time, I think we're about out of it for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and maybe even subscribe if you're up to it. I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.